All right, so not only do we sell property, as far as Helper Realty as a real estate firm, brokerage, we also do some of our own stuff. I mean, it depends on what time allows. But today I just want to show how easy a window is. It's not, obviously I'm a realtor, I'm not a contractor. So definitely get with your contractor friend, if you want more expertise advice than I'm going to give. But I just wanted to, I see the estimates and I see what people pay to get windows out and windows in. So number one thing that I know for sure, I've been doing windows in all my rentals for over 20 years now, is measurement. You got some issues with, how do you measure? You've got this issue here, which is the window seal, and you actually have to get lower, than this seal. You have to get down where this window is going with your tape, with your measuring tape. So if you can get the measuring right, which a lot of people can't, which I've seen contractors get it wrong too. So that's why I'm kind of showing this on this video. But you're measuring from here to each side, not the window stop, not the stop here, but the actual frame. Okay, so you're measuring from here to here, and down in this, there's a gap past the window seal. There's a gap from that bottom all the way to the top to get your actual measurement. Then you're gonna go special order probably the windows from either a Lowe's or Home Depot. There's other places and better places, don't get me wrong, but that's where most people go. Special order is probably going to take you between 2 weeks and 6 weeks to get in. A lot of them are made here in North Carolina in Linwood. There's different ones, different manufacturers, obviously, that you can get it for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do a time lapse. I'm going to kind of, that way the video is not too long. I'm going to take this window out. It shouldn't take me longer than 10 minutes to get this window out, and probably another 15 or 20 to get the new one in. There's a little bit more to putting a new one in with shims and that kind of thing, getting it level to do it right. So anyway, just want to kind of show how quick and easy it is before you pay. All right. All right, as you can tell, there's really not a lot to taking out a window. Now, hopefully your window has window stops that are not rotten, like this one is. It's fine. Sometimes you have to change this wood out. This is, in other words, what the new window is going to stop on. So you have to have a window that's inside these measurements. Okay, window stops are off. This is the inside window stop. So in other words, with these off, this is your true window opening measurement. Okay, so we'll measure that and clean all this up. I'll dry fit the new window, and then we'll actually install it. All right. All right, this is where you part where you measure. You got it cleaned up, and you're kind of hoping that you got the right window, depending on where you got it from. This is where I'm measuring from this edge to this edge. No window stops involved. The older the house, you may have pulleys up here, right at the top. What that was, they had a rope on the side or the bottom side of the window, and then they had a weight inside this wall. So every time you open the window, the weight would go down, helping you, with opening the window. Now they've got springs and different things. This one's probably 60s, that's my guess. The house was built before that. This was added on, I'm sure, in the 50s or something. So the window is not the age of the house. So I'm going to measure this, and I'm going to measure my window, and I'll show you what you're looking at. I got about a 28 and an 8, and I'm going inside this window sill. Okay. Now this is slanted, and it's supposed to be slanted for water. So this measurement is going to be different if I slide my tape measure down. So right here at the edge of the window sill up, it's about a 25 3/4. Let me show you the new window. It's going in. You usually do gridded windows. This window is on the cheaper end, if you will. They're still $270 now in 2024. I guess 4 or 5 years ago, everything went up, with COVID. But before that, I bought these windows for 140, 160 all day for 20 years or 15 years. So now they went up. They went up about $100. And this is all you get. This is a special order. Here's the difference in windows. You're probably not going to ever find a window that's single pane. Okay, they're always going to have double pane glass, 2 panes of glass. But you can buy a single sash. Okay, so what that means is only the bottom, would go up and down, and hopefully come out, so you can clean. Right. This is a double sash, which the top panel, the top sash, moves down and up and comes out as well. You have to take this one down just like I had it, and then these has got clips. The top sash can come inside, fold inside, so you can clean the outside of the window as well. So with a double sash window, you really can clean both sides of the glass inside the house. They're a little bit, on taller windows, a little bit harder to clean without, getting the window off track. And as well, also, these will be easier to replace. If somebody, throws a rock from a mower and breaks this top sash, if it's a double sash, I can take the sash out, myself, take it to the glass shop, get it fixed, probably around $100, put the sash back in, I'm done. If it's just a single sash window, probably the glass shop's going to have to come out and do the top sash, which is more expensive. So I always buy a double sash, not really just for that reason, just for cleaning. I can, when it's time to, redo tenants and, they've moved out or whatever, I can personally have the windows cleaned without a ladder on the outside. It's a lot safer. So that's why I choose them. You can get e-gas inside the glass. You can get all kinds of stuff for installation values. These probably do have, they've got gas on the inside, I believe, but just one lock on these. This is a United Window and Door brand, and sometimes you have locks on the sides and the middle. This one's just got a single lock. Now, if you'll notice, you've got these set screws, okay, that go out. And the way they go out, or they're supposed to go out, is from the inside. So you take these sashes and fold them in, move around a little bit of the framing on the plastic, and you will see the inside of this screw. So once you get it set and you get it kind of plumb, with a level, you can kind of shoot these out with a screwdriver, and it actually holds, helps hold onto the windowsill on both sides. You got those. They do have, a lot of people don't realize, they do have pre-drilled holes most of the time for the actual mounting screws. So, don't try not to make your own holes. Sometimes you have to. This one's just about pre-drilled right there, as far as a mounting screw in here. So look for your holes, and then definitely you got to have these screws, these set screws kind of in, or the window will never go in if it's tight. So we're going to dry fit it, and then we're going to pull it back out. And then I'll kind of tell how I caulk. I'm sure window contractor probably does it totally different. But this is how I've been doing it for 21 years, and I've never had a problem. I've never replaced a window that I have put in myself again. So they've always lasted. None of them fell out, put it that way. Not yet, anyway. All right. So all you do is you always go from the bottom. You see how tight it is? I got this one super tight, but it will go in. Now, you'll notice how tight I've got this window. When you get it in the hole, it actually loosens up a little bit. You kind of have to finagle it. That's why you got to clean, make sure there's no debris under it. But this window will go in, and then I will, like I said, I'll pull it back out, do my caulk around my window stops on the outside, put my mounting screws in, put a level on it, put some shims, if I've even got space for shims, and then new window trim will be another day. I'll do all the window trim at once. There's only like 7 or 8 windows in this house that I'm in today. So that's how easy. I talked a lot. And once I get this in, I'll have to finagle it a little bit. Once I get this one in, I'm pretty much on the home stretch as far as mounting. It's just running caulk and 4 screws, which it comes with, and then we're off to the next one. All right. All right, we're here on the outside, and you can kind of see they got a little bit of a gap, just a little gap, if you can tell with my great quality camera here, that I am going to caulk right now. I'm not going to do a lot of caulk. I'm just going to do enough and then run my finger over it is all I'm going to do. Just want to make sure that you're not leaving any gaps. Okay. All you do is take your finger. Don't be scared. It's just caulk. You can make it pretty decent looking if you don't put too much. I don't usually caulk the bottoms. You know, where this, remember this window seal was at an angle for water. I don't usually caulk this. You can. There is no weep hole, so I leave this. Water's going to run out. I will paint this. I'll clean this. Bottom of the window seal up, and I'll paint all of this. But I will not caulk this edge, just wait in case any water gets in there, then it doesn't rot out my window. And all of this obviously needs to be, you know, cleaned up, scraped, painted, and all that. But all in all, besides of paint, these window stops and all were actually in really good shape. So got to do a window, take the storm window off, and this will look a little better with a coat of paint. But besides window molding on the inside, we're done with this one. All right, it is finish time, finish day here. Day after I put these windows in. Now I'm going to do the molding. I've already cut these. I mean, you got to be, you know, decently handy with a decent saw, you know, that cuts these 45s. And measure, do your measurement. Make them just make them exact. Don't make them too short. You'll be doing a lot of caulk in the corners. And this is kind of the edge that you're going to want here. You know, this 45. I don't know if you can see that in the video or not. I'll try to zoom in later, but this is the 45 that you can caulk, you know, that fits together good. And this is what holds the window in from falling inside, you know, from somebody trying to break in or whatever. So you need it decent. I mean, you need it caulked plus nailed. So I'm going to put these in. First, I'm going to use, like I said, I'm going to wet caulk it. And that way, I've already checked, you know, I've already checked all this. And everything's good plumb. So I'm ready. I'm getting as much in that crack as I can. And I've chosen to put on the bottom as well, which usually sometimes I don't. Depends on the gap. This time I'm not going to smooth it out with my finger. I'm going to let the molding do that. So finish nailer. Don't have to be, you know, air powered. It can be, they've got battery ones that are decent. And all you're doing really is putting the pieces of the puzzle together, technically. Safety glasses are needed. All right, let's see here. This one's just a hair short, just a hair. I'll have a little bit of a gap. And you're wanting to push, while you're nailing these, you're wanting to push them towards the window, obviously, to make sure you don't have the window stop out and a gap with the window. So you're not wanting to let air in. Plenty of nails. Should do the trick, should be fine. And this one's the top one. And I'm going up. And one more piece. One more piece of the puzzle here, and this window will be done. What I'm doing now is I am putting another bead of caulk, just a thin, the window to the window stop, just to make sure that no air. That messed up the window there. Make sure that there's no air that comes in that's possible at all. I'll show you the finished product here as a close-up. And you can probably do a little bit cleaner job than what I just did quick for the camera, but you get the idea. All this brown molding is going to be painted white. So I'm caulking my nail holes where they pre-sunk into the wood, the molding. So you have 0 holes seen. This window should last another, depends on if the, if the seal stays intact and doesn't bust and you get, moisture inside the glass and nobody breaks it, obviously. This window should last 30 years. I'm sure there'll be a better window then, and this one will be inefficient maybe, but until then, this is the most efficient window besides the higher dollar ones that you can probably buy. Like I said, this one's about $270 range roughly. And there we go. Try to give you a close up. All right. So not the neatest job I've done, but you can kind of get the idea. All this will be painted now, and you see the window stops with no gaps, hopefully. And the windows in, like I said, four screws, and then the 2 set screws on each side is all that it holds in, as long as your outside window stop is not rotten that you have to replace. So this one is done. You guys have a great day.